very exciting to be here at the second Festival of Evidence. And when you think of festivals, you think of excitement, a little bit of chaos, some mud, wellies. We don't have the mud, but we do have a sense of excitement and fizz. Since the first Festival of Evidence 2 years ago, we've managed to start doing some work with some of the clinical commissioning groups around the country. And part of what's going on behind me are roundtable groups where people are sharing what they've been doing over the past couple of years with people who are interested and polishing up their ideas. There's more of that this time, fewer talks and more getting your hands dirty. No mud, but hands dirty.
You know, we acknowledge that unscheduled care as a whole is quite poorly understood. So we might know what's going on within our hospital or understand primary care, but the interfaces, how they're all transitioning and working together, so how the system as an entirety is working together is what we're focused on.
So we are currently in the middle of actually using this model for a particular purpose, for redesigning services in A&D in particular. And it is about putting a senior person or the most senior person at triage, and then really have something like a better coordinated, smoother flow to MAU, to SAU, or to A&D services.
It's a very interesting model. It's the first time I've come across a model of that type for the unscheduled care. A very complex model. I don't envy what they were doing with linking everything together. But I think it's got some very good legs on the type of modelling they're trying to do for the healthcare service.
So this project started probably about a year ago with all the negotiation between the Cumberland Initiative and Hillingdon. We've been working with Hillingdon Clinical Commissioning Group, CCG, looking at how we look to the future and see how we can simulate emergency care and the impact of different types of strategic change. And we've been able to show at points in the future the impact of certain strategies like improving see and treat or ambulatory care, looking at GP practices and opening 7 days or in the evening. And from our analyses, the CCG has been able to justify certain strategic changes that they want to make in the future.
I thought I had been a very good commissioner of health services. I thought I used great evidence, made sound decisions, commissioned services that would make a difference, and then was exposed to the power of modelling and how it can really help you understand proper decision making based on some great data and really challenging questions that you can ask as a whole system to make sure you're getting best value for the money that you're trying to invest.
What I wanted to talk about today a bit more was the perspective of me now as a senior manager, sort of looking at strategic issues. What's the contribution that modelling makes to that, and why maybe we need to think a bit about how we might need to model in different ways?
The idea, the stereotypical view is that you send something off and there's a group of people who are locked together in some ivory tower who are producing some complicated model, and that they're a group of geeks who are busy trying to fine-tune it. You know, that isn't the practical reality, and one of the things that I see in my work is the way that the modelers and the clinical scientists and the laboratory scientists sort of come together, and it's that iterative process that leads to the model being highly relevant and being able to be used.